Hi everyone, I'm Lorraine from Simply English Edinburgh. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing a video which I've wanted to do for quite a while, to be honest. It's about slang expressions in everyday English. English it's a living thing, it's constantly evolving and changing, and then I thought, well, given that it's changing so much and so frequently, and let's be honest, I am the other side of 30, I decided to enlist the help of my good friend and former colleague Maggie to help me with this video. She is of course from Gen Z, and I asked her to test me on some of the latest slang expressions in use. And we just had a video call there, and it was really really funny, and she went through some expressions with me, and we're going to have a look and see how we got on just now.
Hi everyone, I'm Maggie. I am from Mexico City originally, but I live in London now. Been here for the past 2 years and a half, and before I lived here I lived in Scotland, in Edinburgh. I'm 22 years old, turning 23 this year, and I work in fashion. I really like photography, and I do that on the side, as well as styling and just other creative bits. Enjoy the video. Bye.
Okay, so hi Maggie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
It's good, thanks. Yeah, it's great to see you, and thanks so much for your time and for coming on the channel today. So I believe you have some expressions ready and prepared that are widely used by Gen Z, I believe. So I think what we're going to do is you're kind of going to test me, see if I know any of them. We're going to have a chat about the definitions and kind of go from there. Does that sound good? Yeah?
That sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. Let's go right into it. Okay, so this is one of my favorite ones, and I think it's popular as well, so maybe you've heard about it. So it is the word stan.
Stun, S-T-U-N.
S-T-A-N, stan.
S-T-A-N, stan. Oh my God, no, I've never heard of that. No.
Okay, this one is a funny one because it can be, so basically, you can be a stan or you can stan somebody, so it can be used as like both, right? And the definition is, a stan is someone who is obsessed with a celebrity, but in a good way. It can also be used as a verb. So if you stan someone, you're like a big fan.
Right, okay.
You like their work, you like their vibe, whatever. And it can also be used with like people, right? So like you can use it with friends and stuff, like, oh, I stan that person, as in that I'm a big fan, I like what they do, and yeah, I'm obsessed with them, but
nice.
in a nice way.
It sounds useful. Is this something like you have used in your life before, or you've just heard it out and about?
I've heard it. I've just heard it. I don't use it a lot, but it's because I'm not a big stan of any celebrity.
Okay, good. Now I know how to use it.
Yeah, if I was, then I would be like, oh yeah, like I stan, let's say Justin Bieber. Oh my God.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Good.
That is the first one.
I've literally fallen flat on my face at the first one, and you said this is a popular one, so yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, the other one, all right, you can infer this one. It's quite like literal, so it's vibe check.
Vibe check. Yeah. So is that like, okay, so I know like if you're vibing with someone, it means, you know, the feelings are good, maybe like there's an attraction there.
All right.
So is a vibe check like, are you feeling what I'm feeling? Is that what it is?
No, that's actually funny because like, yeah, a vibe, I think vibe is to be like, if you're vibing with someone, you're getting like the feels, right? So like you're kind of like getting into that. But now vibe is just literally like if things are cool, like if you're vibing, it doesn't have to be like romantic or flirty in any way. Like it can only be like, oh yeah, like I'm having a good time. So vibe check, the definition is, if you're checking the vibe of a situation or a person, you want to assess what's going on. Is there an attitude, a problem? Is it totally chill? You either pass or fail. There is no middle ground. If
Really?
you pass, congrats, you're cool. And if you fail, well, you're not.
Oh, interesting. That's actually good to know, because I thought that anything related to vibing and vibes was solely used in an attraction in a romantic way. So that's actually good to know.
That has changed. You can be vibing with your friends.
Okay.
You can be vibing on your own.
Okay, yeah.
And when you assess when you do like the vibe check, like it can be, for example, I've seen this one a lot on Twitter and like on celebrity posts on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So people would write like, oh, the vibe check on this comment like doesn't pass or something like that. And it means that like the comments are being nasty or something like that. And so like the vibe check can be used a lot online. Mm-hmm. When you see it, or like if people are saying like really cool things on the comments, it's like, oh, the vibe check is like it's good. It passes.
Good. Yeah. Okay, interesting. That sounds useful as well. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Next one is bet. B-E-T.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know obviously the literal meaning. Is it anything related to betting, to like hazarding a guess, to no?
More or less. So it's just a term of agreement or approval. So it's like, if I say like, oh my God, it's like, basically it's like saying for sure.
Okay, right. I feel like I'm learning my own language today. I'm like, if I went out with a group of 20 somethings now, I feel like maybe I wouldn't understand anything.
You would have been like confused.
Oh my God, I am lost. Okay, so this is good. This is a learning process for me as well. Okay, so bet. So how would I use it? Just if someone's like, will we go here later? And I just say bet. Can I just use it as one word? Bet. Okay.
Bet. So you agree, or like, oh, I think this looks cute. Bet.
Really? Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's just like an easy one. It's like literally used just to say like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Awesome. So the next one, this one is really funny. Drag. So D-R-A-G.
Okay. So, I mean, I know this in a few different contexts, but again, I imagine that there's something brand new. So obviously I know if something is a drag, it's like boring. It's like, it's not very interesting for you. Obviously I know drag from like RuPaul's like drag queens, drag races, something like that.
Yeah, it comes from there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So basically when you drag something or when you drag someone, it's basically to criticize them or make fun of them. Okay. So you know how like in the competitions of like the drag queens, it's kind of like you have to tell them and you have to be very sassy. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like ill intention, like you don't have to be mean about it. Yeah, it's kind of like banter, but like kind of like making fun of someone.
Okay, yeah. So you can get dragged then as like a passive verb, basically. Sorry, this is I'm ruining the expression now with the language teacher in me. Like
no, definitely.
So yeah, if you get dragged, it means someone has kind of like said some mean things about you, but in a fun kind of bantery way, it can be as well.
Yeah, it needs to be funny. Like a bit straight up like nasty, that is different. But like it's kind of like that funny, like, oh my God, yeah, that was brutal, but also funny because it's true. So yeah, you can get dragged or you can drag someone. So
interesting. I like that. That's good.
That is a good one. Now, tea. Let's see. How about tea? So tea, like tea.
The drink. Okay, right. I think I know, because to spill the tea is like to sort of like give you the gossip, the lowdown.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, I know this one. Yeah. Okay. So I think even the millennials are using this one a little bit. Like, yeah.
That's a good one.
It is good.
Give me the tea, spill the tea. I know that like there are a couple of different ones. So my boyfriend is from Australia and he says spill the beans. So I don't know if that's like
yeah, I've definitely heard. Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like the same. Just give some gossip.
I like it.
Now, another one would be sus. S-U-S.
S-U-S. Like, is it from suspect? Like, it's suspicious. It's
not
maybe as it seems. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting good at this.
You're good. So sus is like just a short of suspicious, and it typically means something is not as it may seem. So you can be like, oh, that's a little bit sus. Or if your friends, for example, they're like, oh, I'm not gonna go to a party, like I'm feeling a bit ill or whatever, and you're like, but you were fine like a couple hours ago, that's a bit sus.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. It, like things don't add up. It's
exactly.
not tense. Okay,
Exactly.
nice.
That's good.
Brilliant. And let's do maybe one more and see if I can finish on that high note where I'm getting them right.
Okay, perfect. Let's do this one. Bop. B-O-P.
Oh God. Okay. No idea at all. Zero.
Okay, Bop is just a really good song. So you know how a lot of people would say, so like you and me, we would say like, oh, what a tune.
A tune, yeah, exactly. Or it's a banger even as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now the new word is bop.
Bop. Okay.
That's a good bop.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm a little bit nervous about using that one. I think I'm too old, but it's good to know. It's good to know that that's how you say it.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it. There are so many slang.
Yeah.
New
words, yeah. And I guess as well in London, you know, you're in an area where you can just hear and see language evolving all the time. So
oh my God, definitely. A lot of these words come from African American vernacular English. So it's kind of like a mix, and a lot of this like originate like on Twitter and like Facebook, TikTok. Exactly. A lot of these expressions actually started on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, it's quite funny how like literally like language just like changes. Yeah.
Social media is literally driving the evolution of language. It is really interesting, isn't it?
It is crazy.
Yeah, it's mad.
Crazy.
So Maggie, thank you so much for joining me and for educating me on all of this new vocabulary. And yeah, we hope to see you back on the channel again soon.
Of course. Take care. Bye.
So I hope you learned something new there. I certainly did, as you have just seen. But more than that, what I really wanted to demonstrate is that language is always changing. You know, you cannot solely learn language from a book, from learning grammar, learning expressions. You know, you need to be constantly listening to new language, learning it from social media, as Maggie was explaining to us there, that social media is really driving change in language. And also the mix, the infusion of different cultures together in a hotspot like London is what changes language and just makes it absolutely fascinating. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Thanks again to Maggie for joining me on the channel, and hopefully we'll have more videos like that coming for you soon. If you did enjoy it, please leave me a wee thumbs up. And as always, thank you for your support. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.